What's up, everybody? Checking back in with this quick little video. Listen, there's this property I was cutting, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and I cut the child's basketball up with the lawnmower. The kid always leave his balls in the yard, and normally when I cut it, I would use the mower to push the balls out the way. Done it a million times. Well, and it was an old basketball, so I ended up cutting it and I threw it in the trash. So when I go over there tomorrow, I'm just gonna leave that one in the yard, and I'm gonna just text the mother, let her know, hey, listen, last time I was here, I cut your son's basketball up, but I did replace it. But if you tear up anything, always try to replace it or get with the homeowner and kind of go from there. But you will have people that get upset when you tear some of their stuff up. But it don't be intentional. It do not be intentional. And that's part of it. Some of you can say, well, you was lazy. You should have got off the mower. I should have, but I just chose not to. And that was the result. I had to buy another $18 basketball. You live and you learn, but I'm going to be honest, next time I go over there, I'm still not going to get off the mower. I'm going to use my mower to push the ball out the way. It is what it is. So, you know, it was something I was thinking about early as I was headed home. Like how I'm about to go home, and I'm actually out running an errand. I got to go get my kids some medicine. They sick. But I was actually thinking like, man, this is what it's going to be like. I made them cut all day or whatever, and then come home and just wind down. But you know, I'm starting to get to that, it's getting closer to April. And look, it's a couple of co-workers I work with. I'm sure everybody knows this by now, but TikTok is what people do, just scroll through TikTok, scroll. And a couple of co-workers ran across one of my videos. And one guy was asking me, he said, man, I didn't know you cut yours, man. You know, I said, yeah, man, that's something I do. He said, hey, that stand-up mower, how much it costs? And I've had several people ask me this. I had a guy at Ace Hardware ask me this. I had so many people have asked me how much this costs, how much that costs. And people don't know the extreme of how much stuff really costs. And I probably already said this in the previous video. I said, oh man, it was about I said, when I bought it, man, it was around $8,900. But I just said it was around $9. I said, they like $12,900. He said, oh, $1,200, that ain't bad. I said, nah, man, I wish. I said, it's like $12,000. I had another guy, he asked me, he said, man, I got a lot of leaves at my house. How much that blower you be using cost? I said, well, man, that blower, man, like, I can't remember how much the steel blower was, but I know the Red Max blower was like $600, $580. It was around high fives, close to $6. He said, man, I didn't know that stuff cost that much, and we was just chit-chatting last night. I said, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I said, for a good mower, you're gonna spend between $7,000 on up. Good weed eater, about $300. Blower, I said, you gotta look at it, man. You want to buy everything one time by you being a solo guy. So if you're gonna buy a blower, go ahead, just get the biggest blower they have. That way you can do fall cleanups with it, and you can use it for your regular mowing. I said, but for the meantime, you can always go to the little pawn shop, get a little cheap plug-in blower or something, you know, until you save the money to get what you really need. But yeah, man, like I said, I was thinking like, man, it's getting closer to March. So for long, man, I'm gonna have to make that decision of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make that decision because I already know, not saying this in an arrogant way, but I remember one of my buddies told me this. He said, look, if you're not trying to grow your business, get off of Google. And Google will really grow your business. But another thing comes with Google, you're gonna have a high turnover rate. Like let's say it like this. For every 10 leads, some people will message you through Google. For every 10 leads, that's text messages through Google and calls. For every 10 leads, you're going to go out to give 8 quotes. And out of 8 quotes, you only going to cut 5 properties. And out of those 5 properties, only 2 will get on the schedule for the season. That's what I kind of learned. So with Google, you'll make money, but you're going to have a high turnover rate. Like, for instance, I had a client reach out to me. I picked her property up off Google. She just moved down to the coast. I cut it once, and I turned around and I cut it again. She said, hey, we're going to buy more, and that was an $80 cut. She reached out to me today, hey, do you think you'll have time to cut my yard in the upcoming week? And I thought about something. Normally, I would be like, no, sorry, my schedule's full. I said, you know what? What I'm thinking that what has happened, the average homeowner can't cut lawns how us lawn guys cut lawns. What I mean by that, we edge it, we cut it, we weed eat, we blow down. And our weed eating match in with the mowing. See, you got some homeowners that can cut grass real good because they only cut their 1 yard. You got some just cut it and it is what it is. But what I'm thinking happened, because I know what kind of work a husband done. He didn't come home and do the yard. She was mainly doing the yard. And I'm not saying she didn't have the equipment to cut it how I was cutting it, because I was edging everything up. Not only the driveway and the sidewalk, I was edging around the beds. She had little steps in the backyard. I was edging around all that. So what I think gonna happen, she gonna call me back. I'm gonna probably cut it one time, then she gonna do it, and then when next season kick off that heat, she just gonna end up calling me. But like I say, Google has a high turnover rate, and like I said, my business doubled because last year around this time I had maybe 47 or 42 properties. I can't remember, and I don't know if y'all remember when I said I had hit 82 properties. I had literally doubled my business from Google. And I could have locked in a lot more jobs if my prices weren't high, or if I didn't fire a client, you know. But I really do believe, man, next year is gonna just be it's gonna be fun, excited at the same time, and it's gonna be nerve-wracking. It's going to be I just see it coming, and it's like I will have to leave next year if not. Because see, right now I am running on 2 hours of sleep Monday through Friday, and I've been running like this since March. We at end of September. Wherever I go and sit down for 10 minutes, it's over with. I'm knocked out sleep. Like I said before, when I leave my full-time job, when I get off at 6 in the morning, I have to stop to get something to nibble on or something to drink. If not, I'm gonna be riding down that highway over with. But man, I'm so excited and can't wait to see what's going to transpire next year. I really think next year is just going to be awesome. Only time will tell. So we'll run ahead and get this medicine. I'll catch y'all on the next one.